So this indicator suggested that we should enter a long position here. A few candles later, it suggested that we should exit. If we were to take this position with the stop loss just below the entry candle, targeting the exit point suggested by the same indicator, well, you can see that this trade would have been profitable with a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 2.5. A few candles later, the same indicator suggested again that we should enter a long position. If we were to take that trade with the stop loss just below the entry candle and again targeting the exit point suggested by the same indicator, well, in this case too, this trade would have been profitable with a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 1.7. But if we were to target the next exit point suggested, well, the risk-reward ratio increases to 2.8. And the same thing would have happened for this position. Now, I know you may be thinking,
but what exactly is this indicator?
Well, stay tuned, because in this video, we're gonna go over exactly what this indicator is. If you happen to find value, remember to leave a like. Let's get into it. This is a video about a unique indicator known as the DSL Oscillator, which was created and published by the TradingView user BigBeluga. To add this indicator to your chart, you want to go to TradingView, which is the trading platform that I'm going to be using. If you need to sign up, the link for that is going to be in the video description. Next, you want to load any trading security that you like in any time frame. For me, I'm going to be using the 5-minute time frame of GBP-JPY. Next, you want to click on Indicators and then type in the name of this indicator, which is DSL Oscillator. Be sure to select this one by BigBeluga. Now, what exactly is this indicator? Well, the DSL Oscillator by BigBeluga is an advanced technical analysis tool designed to help traders, you and me, to identify trend direction, momentum, and potential reversal points in the market. It does this by combining the elements from the Relative Strength Index, the Discontinued Signal Lines, and the Zero-Lag Exponential Moving Average to provide a comprehensive view of market conditions. This indicator is made up of the following components. First of all, we have something known as the Discontinued Signal Lines, or DSL, which are these two dotted lines traversing the indicator window. The main component of this indicator is the DSL Oscillator, which is this solid line that changes color between blue and teal. This is based on a combination of RSI and DSL lines. It is then smoothed using the Zero-Lag EMA for reduced lag. It also oscillates between 0 and 100. Now, looking at the scale of this indicator, you can see that we have values ranging from 0 all the way to infinity. Now, while it may not look like it, there actually is a midpoint for this indicator, which is located at the 50 level of this indicator scale. Whenever all these oscillator lines are above the 50 level, that indicates that the market may be in a bullish momentum. Conversely, whenever all the lines are under the 50 level, that would indicate that the market is likely to be in a bearish momentum. Now, the crossovers between the DSL Oscillator and these two DSL lines indicate buy and sell entry points. Whenever the DSL Oscillator crosses above the lower DSL line and that crossover happens under the 50 level, that indicates a buy signal. Whenever this happens, a teal-colored dot is going to be printed. At the same time, there is going to be a vertical bar on the chart with a label that says enter, making it easier for you to take your long positions. Conversely, whenever the DSL Oscillator crosses below the upper DSL line and this crossover happens above the 50 level, this indicates a sell signal and a blue dot is going to be printed. Whenever this happens, a blue vertical bar is going to be printed on the chart with a label that says exit. In simple terms, the enter label is going to be a signal for taking long positions, and the exit label is going to be for a signal to either exit your long positions or to take short positions. So if you take a long position on an enter signal, you can exit that position on an exit signal. Conversely, if you take a short position on an exit signal, you can exit it on an enter signal. This indicator also has extremity levels. The upper extremity is marked by this teal upper level, located at the 75 point on this indicator scale. The lower extremity level is going to be marked by this blue lower level, which is located at the 25 mark on this indicator scale. These levels can be used as overbought and oversold levels, which may signal reversal areas. Now, let's go over how we can use this indicator to trade. As mentioned before, the crossovers between the DSL oscillator and the DSL lines signal buy and sell entry points. But producing buy and sell signals isn't the only function of this indicator. Instead, this indicator has two more functions. It can be used as a trend identification tool as well as a momentum analysis indicator. Let's start with trend identification. Now, the DSL oscillator can be used to gauge the overall market trend by analyzing the color and position of the oscillator relative to the DSL lines. When the oscillator is above the upper DSL line, it indicates a bullish trend. Conversely, when the oscillator is below the lower DSL line, it indicates a bearish trend. The strength of the trend can also be indicated by how far the DSL oscillator is from the DSL lines. For an uptrend, for example, the higher these two lines go relative to the lower DSL line, the stronger the trend. They can go so high to the point where they get above the overbought level. This would mean that the market is overextended to the upside, and the trend may start weakening in preparation for a trend reversal. Now, the third usage of this indicator would be momentum analysis. A strong momentum is going to be visible whenever the DSL oscillator quickly moves toward the extreme levels, either towards the oversold level or towards the overbought level. So an area like here suggests that the momentum of the market is super strong towards the bullish side. And the same thing for here. It indicates that the momentum is super strong towards the bearish side. Now, in areas where the oscillator is converging with the DSL line, crisscrossing each other every now and then, that would indicate weakening momentum or the end of a strong trend, indicating areas where we shouldn't be taking any positions. Now, speaking of taking positions, how can we use this indicator to take positions within a strategy? Well, on its own, this indicator can be used as an additional confirmation indicator or as a buy-sell indicator. But in order to use it within a simple strategy, we need to add another indicator that carries the same name. That indicator is known as DSL trend analysis. So we're going to have the DSL oscillator and the DSL trend analysis. So you want to click on this one created by Chart Prime. After adding it, you want to double click on it so we can change the settings. On the inputs tab, you want to change the length to 34. You also want to change this orange color to red. And then head over to the style tab, and then here you want to disable the first 5 options. After you've made your changes, click OK. Now, as you can tell from the name of this indicator, it is going to be a trend identification indicator, which is made up of 2 bands. A red band used for bearish trends and a green band which is going to be used for bullish trends. A bullish trend is going to be confirmed whenever the green band is above the red band with the price heading upwards, like here. Conversely, a bearish trend is going to be indicated whenever the red band is below the green band with the price heading downwards, like here. We're going to combine this indicator with the DSL oscillator to take long and short positions. Now, for a long position, the first condition is we basically want the DSL oscillator to print a long signal. This is going to be indicated by a teal vertical bar with a label that says enter. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a long signal. Now, once we have the long signal, we want to ensure that it was printed within a bullish trend. To confirm that, you just want to make sure that the green band of the DSL trend indicator is above the red band. This would indicate that the trend is bullish. Lastly, we want to ensure that the last 3 candles opened and closed above the green band of the DSL trend indicator. Like this. This is going to help you avoid taking positions when the market is consolidating or ranging. Once you have these conditions met, you take a long position. You want to put the stop loss at the bottom of the green band. For the take profit, we're going to set it at 1.5 times the risk, letting the trade run. And as you can see, this trade was profitable. Now, this was another long position. As you can see, the same conditions were met. We had a bullish trend indicated by the green band being above the red band. At the same time, the market was not ranging. This is because the last 3 candles prior to the entry candle opened and closed above the green band. We, of course, have a long signal printed from the DSL oscillator, which prompted us to take this long position, which, as you can see, was indeed profitable. Now, if you were wondering how to take a short position with this strategy, well, do not be worried because it's basically gonna be the opposite of everything we did for these long positions. But of course, instead of using the enter signal to take a short position, we're gonna be using the opposite of enter, which for this indicator happens to be exit. So we're gonna be entering short positions whenever this indicator says exit. Let me show you an example. First, we can see that the trend of the market was bearish. Now, you may be thinking, but how do we know that the trend was bearish? Well, it's because the red band of the DSL trend indicator was actually below the green band. For this particular trade example, we actually had another additional confirmation signal because as you can see here, we had a resistance level. If we extend this level to the right, you can see that it was rejected once by the price, forming a double top structure. Now, to confirm the entry point for this indicator, we can see that we had an exit signal from the DSL oscillator, which in simple terms also serves as the sell signal. The last three candles also opened and closed below the red band, which means we're going to be taking this position in an area where the market is not ranging. Now, if we were to take a short position here, put the stop loss just at the upper section of the red band, targeting a risk-reward ratio of 1 to 1.5 or even 1 to 2, we can see that this trade quickly hit our take profit. In summary, the DSL Oscillator by BigBeluga offers a comprehensive market analysis by combining adaptive signal lines, momentum measurements, and trend identification with a focus on providing early signals in volatile markets. It is best used in conjunction with other indicators or within a broader trading strategy. So go ahead and check it out. If you found value in this video, remember to leave a like or even consider subscribing to stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.